Oh, hi, I'm Scott Rose. I'm the Campfire Colonel. I'm going to be doing a video series on some outdoor enthusiast things. I don't claim to be an expert in any of these areas, but I am interested in a lot of things. I'm a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel. I've been to the Air Force Survival School. I actually teach a survival class to my cadets at a JRTC unit locally. When I was in the Air Force, I discovered that there's a lot of people out there that thought I had a lot of unique hobbies. Some of them are not as interested in what I do, but if you find outdoor activities fun and interesting like I do, hopefully you'll enjoy these. Okay, today's episode we're going to do a fire by friction using a bow drill. And I've got several different materials I'm going to show you, and hopefully this will work. This was real hard for me in the beginning, but I'll share you the secrets that I've learned and hopefully help you make this as easy as you can. Alright, so we're going to do a fire by friction using a bow drill. These are my two bows. Both of them are, this one I just found, it's a curved piece of wood. This one I bought from a friend, it's a piece of maple. Both of them are about the length of your arm, and you want a piece of paracord or some type of leather to make your bow. Okay, I'm going to use this one today, so I'm going to put that one to the side. The second part is called your spindle, and I have a couple of different varieties of spindle. There's a lot of types that will work. These here are the ones I found work best for me. You're looking for a type of a very soft wood that when you spin it really quickly, it makes a lot of dust. The first one I'm going to show you is the yucca plant, and this is the stalk that grows up in the center of the yucca plant. It's a kind of a desert plant that grows in arid regions. This is a piece of willow wood. This one is called dog fennel. It's dried out now, but when it grows, it's a green weed. It grows along roadside ditches in the southeast. In North Carolina, they're everywhere. And you wouldn't think of it as a piece of wood, but will make a good spindle. The final one is called horseweed. It's very similar to the dog fennel. Grows in the southeast. Again, it's a weed, but it turns into a woody stem, and this is the one I'm going to demonstrate today. The third part of fire by friction using a bow drill is the hearth board, or the fireboard, whichever you want to call it. Different types of wood. Again, you want a soft wood. This one, I've got them labeled on the side as a basswood. It's similar to a cottonwood tree. There's a piece of lumber that's also basswood. Now, the thing to know about lumber, if you buy it at a hobby store or Lowe's or some building supply store, lumber is cut green, so you'll need to dry it out. To prepare your hearth board, you take your knife or saw, and you can start a hole. Some people don't, but I start it just to make a place for your spindle to sit. And then you're going to cut kind of like an hourglass triangular shaped slot for the dust. As you spin this, the dust is going to come out this slot and hopefully get hot enough that you have an ember. It's very important that this be smooth and kind of almost at an angle backward so that you can collect the dust. And it goes, if you look at some of these holes here, that it go into the circle just slightly. And what it's going to do is your spindle, as it spins, is going to, you're going to get dust produced from the spindle and the fireboard at the same time. So both of them are going to be producing hot ember-like dust. The final part is, well, you'll put the spindle in your hand, put it on the drill onto the hearth board. The absolute #1 critical element for fire by friction is everything has to be bone dry. It has to be so dry that your spindles make that clinking sound. Your boards should be dried out as well. You can dry them out a number of ways. Leave them in the sun. It'll take a while to do that. Put them in an attic, put them in the dashboard of your car. So I put them in the oven on about a 200-degree heat for about an hour or two and dry them out, and just on a low heat, and until they make that kind of a clinking sound. The drier the better. And then I store them in a very dry, watertight container when I'm not using them, because even sitting out here in North Carolina in a humid environment, this stuff is so dry it's going to absorb moisture, humidity from the air, and it's going to make your fire materials not as effective. And to improve my chances, I'm going to use a piece of char cloth here to catch my ember, to give me a little more time with the ember. I'll do more on char cloth later, different types and how to prepare that. And then I'm going to put it into my lint bundle. Again, we'll do more on your tenders later. One key to this is to make sure your spindle is very, very tight in your bow. And here's a type that the same friend that I bought this from showed me how to make an easy way to tighten this up. And all you do is push this in and pull it through a little bit, and it tightens it right up. So I really like that. Okay, so the tighter the better on the spindle, to keeps it from flying out of your hand. Okay, and then another thing is you want, I don't know if you can hear that squeak. That means it's really, really dry, and that's a good sign that this is going to work. Okay, I put the string a little bit low on the spindle. It seems to help a little bit more. Anything that helps is good. And I grab the string a little bit to put pressure, more or less pressure, depending on how it's turning in the spindle. Okay, and I'm putting a little bit of pressure, not much, downward. Looking for the smoke. And once you get smoke going for a little bit, okay, I think I've got an ember here. Tap it, knock it out. Nope. Getting the black glaze where it's, because I want as much friction as I can. I think it's a little bit wet. I think I got a ember this time. Tap it and tapping the ember out. Yeah. See that smoke? Okay, that's the little dust is burning there. And that's what you're going to drop into your bundle. And I've got the black char cloth to help me and give me more time to start the fire. I'm just going to drop it down in my bundle, and then start giving it some air. Fire. Alright, once you've got the fire, you'll want to put tiny little sticks, and what I do is I get a probably toothpick size sticks, and then you go to pencil size, and then size as big as your finger, and then your fuel, whatever wood you're going to use. Make you a pile before you even start your fire. When you think you have enough, make 3 times as much as that. You can start progressively adding bigger sticks, and you've got a nice roaring campfire. Alright, that completes this episode of the Campfire Kernel. If you liked what you saw today, please hit like. We have a Facebook page, whatever that is, I'm not really sure, but hope you like it.